voters are cynical right now. I know people's bullshit meter is high. I know that political advertising can get overwhelming. It would tie the hands of our legislators. It would prevent any reasonable actions to address the cuts that have already been made. And once people know what the initiative really does and can see that it's created nothing but partisan gridlock in California, I think they will think about it.
The argument for 1053 is that it was a will of the people thing. Mm-hmm. It passed as a state initiative, and then the legislature repealed it. Why should we defeat 1053 when it's reinstating something that the public has already approved?
We know more now than we knew then. We didn't know that we were going to be facing the biggest recession since the Great Depression. We didn't know how dramatically our education system was going to be cut.
Why should the government be in the liquor business?
They are, again, written by the corporations who want to sell liquor, and they would make Washington the most unregulated state in the nation for hard liquor sales. So even if you want private liquor stores, this is not the way to do it. I-1100 would cost the state $275 million over the next 5 years. 1105 would cost the state $700 million over the next 5 years. Again, that's money that's not going into education, not going into healthcare. When you add in 1053, the gridlock initiative, that's money that we never get back.
It's a revenue reason, essentially, more than the concept.
Yeah, I mean, it's both revenue and it's making sure that we can have some regulation to protect our communities. And, maybe selling hard liquor in a store that's next to a school until 2 a.m. is not the greatest idea. We currently have a very efficient workers' comp system. It is held up as a national model. It works very well. Additionally, it would impose higher costs on small businesses because it forces small businesses to pay the entire employee share of a premium. Right now, the premium is split between employers and employees, and under this initiative, employers would have to pay the whole thing, so their costs would go up.
Isn't that a great thing for laborers, that they don't have to pay their share of workers' comp anymore?
Well, the thing is, because this was written by the insurance industry, they would be allowed to set their own rates with virtually no oversight. They could deny claims without any reason. They could delay claims without any reason. So it takes away a lot of the oversight and the safeguards that are really helpful to workers. It only affects the wealthiest 1.2% of households. For the rest of us, it will cut our taxes. It cuts property taxes by 20%. It eliminates B&O taxes for the vast majority of small businesses, and that's a good thing for the middle class. The tax is roughly a 2-cent tax on soda pop, bottled water, candy, and gum. It's a very reasonable measure to take in order to raise $100 million for schools and for healthcare and for our priorities as a community. Referendum 52 creates or allows new school bonding authority so that we can renovate many of our older school buildings. A lot of our school buildings have not been touched since the 50s and 60s. They still have asbestos in the ceilings, they've got mold in the walls, they've got rusty pipes. This is not good for kids. So our 52 would create a competitive grants process. Only projects that pay for themselves in saved energy costs would be funded.